The sad crazy thing about it, Lamont has nobody to really
Tank
protect him.
Davis versus Shakur Stevenson might be
all
next.
respect to Kambosos. I would not mind him
That's the
retiring.
fight that people have been wanting for like the last 3
money
years.
talks, and the most you'll get is a
Bottom line.
RIP tweet, and sending their condolences, and then keeping the sport he thinks he will.
What it is. This is 1/3 of your podcast, the 10A podcast. We are lit. Jay Will's in the building. What is good? Officially, we are 6 days away from Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford this Saturday.
Why are you gay?
I don't know why. I don't know. I pushed the wrong button. It came up. So you're going to see a lot of the promo revved up, all these type of things. I have not seen the 24/7 or whatever it's called, all access yet. And on what's it called, on Netflix. I will be watching that sometime today. But what up? I can't believe it's finally fight week. Yeah, I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm kind of over it. I want it to already happen. I'm kind of tired of the narratives that people have been putting out there, especially a lot of people that are respected in boxing. And I feel like they've showed a lot of hate towards Canelo Alvarez. For some odd reason, I don't know why. But it's been very interesting seeing this. That's why I titled this Canelo versus Crawford Narratives Need to Stop. And I just want to watch the fight. But when I see a lot of what's transpiring online, especially towards Canelo, and again, I am a Canelo fan, but I will call out bullshit when I see it. I've called out Reynoso for the PED stuff. I try to keep it as fair as possible, but I can't sit here and continue to watch some of these morons. And these are guys that a lot of us respect, the Timothy Bradleys and things of that nature. But I feel like I'm getting a feeling that a lot of the odds are being stacked against Canelo Alvarez, and I don't like it. I really, truly don't like what I'm seeing, from Andre Ward being put on the cast to commentate. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. I'm extremely biased towards Bud Crawford. Doesn't really speak well against Canelo. Doesn't give Canelo's credit. I don't like it, and I've seen a lot of things that people have been saying. My man Jay Wilson, I've been shocked to see many saying Bud is stopping Canelo. That's just pure hate, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, there's a lot of shady shit when it comes to the stuff being said about Canelo, and then everything that for instance, I'll give you an example. His camp, and I hated this comment, his camp calling out Boots Ennis for coming out and training with Canelo. That's gonna benefit him, but they call him a sellout. Why else would you call him a sellout? And they played the race thing. Oh, he's, they didn't say it, but they said it. And the crazy thing is, there's a Mexican helping in the Bud Crawford camp, and yet nobody has said anything about that. I don't like the narratives that are being painted in this fight. You know what I'm saying? It's been absolutely insane to watch this stuff, and it's sad to see. This picture was recently posted. And people went apeshit. Oh my God, Crawford is jacked. You see him? It's it. Oh my God. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, you do know. And this is just being honest. How many guys you've seen in boxing that are jacked? Do you know why you don't see that? It's because it slows you down. You don't see big punchers jacked. You don't see boxers that size because it puts a lot of weight on you. There's less oxygen going to but yet everybody sees this, and this shifted the odds. People are going crazy. Bud Crawford, this. Everything has been positive and everything has been negative towards Canelo. Even with the judging. For instance, Antonio Tarver comes out and says, Bud can't win a decision. He has to KO Canelo. The only way Bud's winning this fight is by by decision. Let's be honest. Just be real, okay? And it's just a lot of shit that I've been witnessing that I just don't like. Timothy Bradley's commentary. Oh, and this is what kills me. This is what kills me with the commentary. Ready? I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay. Cookie, I'm gonna explain it to you. This is what kills me with the commentary, right? Canelo is washed. His footwork is slow. He's this. He's not all that. It's the biggest win in history for Bud Crawford if he wins. But yet, if Canelo wins, just Canelo winning the fight. It's absolutely insane, the narratives that are being painted out there and the disrespect being shown to Canelo. And it's kind of crazy. The not every time he fights. Bro, what? Bro, if you look at the narratives being painted, even from the promoter, Turkey Al-Asik, get the job done. You're throwing the fucking event, right? You're supposed to be the most nonpartisan person in the situation. Canelo's not signed. I mean, he's not signed to Bud's not signed to him. Like, it's just a lot of hate. I think Canelo's only 180. Yeah, negative 183. Listen, a lot of people are basing their opinions based off of ethnicity, race, or whatnot. It has nothing to do with the skill set. People are downplaying Canelo's skill set as if Canelo's not the fighter coming in here that's fought the biggest fights. Let me point out something for you guys real quick. Shout out to my homie Ashley. Shout out to my brother Brad. This is Bud Crawford's biggest fight of his career. This is the best opponent Bud Crawford fought in his career. On the flip side of that, this is not the biggest fighter, the best fighter that Canelo has fought. These are the facts. These are the facts. Canelo fought Skull, and Skull ran from the whole time. He's washed. He can't do nothing, right? Bud fought one fight at 154. He didn't look good and got tagged a lot in that fight. And yet there's been no criticism regarding Bud. It's just he's just going to outbox Canelo. And I'm like, bro, he was getting cracked by Madronov. If he was to take the same shots that he was cracked by Madronov, Rush Canelo, this fight's not going the distance. But nobody's pointing it out. None of these guys. Canelo Crawford won't get credit. Of course, he's not going to get credit. So everyone's completely taking up. Bro, have you watched the commentary? I didn't say everyone, but have you seen the narratives being painted by some of the people? I've been watching everything. Everything. It's absolutely insane. There's my man Verb. Verb, you know that's not happening. Stop it. I'm not paying attention to the narrative because I get triggered. You already know it. No, it is absolutely insane, the ignorance of some of these people. Crawford won't even crack Canelo's top fight. Listen, again, I'm going to say this again. This is Bud Crawford's biggest fight and the best opponent he's fought. Okay? He's fought twice in about 3 years. Errol Spence and Madronov. Okay? And people are painting this wild narrative. It's insane. I'm going to give you an example of a wild narrative, okay? I'm going to play it for you guys right now.
Out Tim Cheatham because of the inconsistencies.
Because of his past record.
Yeah, I didn't think Loma lost to Haney. That was one of them. I just talked about the Zoo versus Fandora, number 1. That one, unbelievable. Richardson Hitchens versus Lemos, way too wide. Just recently, we watched a great fight. Figueroa versus Joet Gonzalez. Way too wide for Figueroa. There's been too many examples of that.
If I'm with Canelo, I think I'm happy with Cheatham.
If you're the trainer, if you're Bomac in this case for Terrence Crawford, and you say absolutely not, I'm protesting that judge, I want him replaced. What does that look like?
You can't say who you want, but you can put in for rejecting somebody. If I'm with Crawford, I'm thinking, Jesus, this is a guy who had it real close with Canelo and Beaver. And for me, I had Beaver winning 11 rounds. All right, even if you said 10, you'd be kind of generous. But to have it that close, I mean, come on. And then the other fights you talked about, I mean, he's got a track record where the problem with him isn't just that he's so off and the numbers are so off. They're off for always the A fighter. That's the thing that puts a light on in my mind, that puts a danger light on, is that he's always, Canelo's the A guy always, right? We know that. We don't have to dispute that. So it's not like he's on the side of the B guy. He's always on the side of the guy that the promoter would want to win. That's what bothers me. But then again, that's why some people love me and some people do not.
Well, I would be putting in a complaint if I'm with Team Crawford, especially when you're plus 250 to win by knockout. Vegas is telling you, most people are telling you, it's probably going to be by decision if he is going to get the win, not by knockout, being the smaller man moving up. Very interesting topic and something we're going to keep tabs on, and we'll see how this one plays out.
Bro, this is what kills me about that, and I just watched that, right? very much annoyed. Skull didn't even fight. How do you win when you break dance your entire fight? Stop, bro. Stop. The man said Bivol won 11 rounds to 1. No, that didn't happen. The fight was a lot closer than he thought. I had Bivol winning the fight, but it was not 11 to 1 Teddy Atlas. That's one. But that's your opinion. This is where it strikes me as odd and how you contradict yourself, Teddy Atlas, and you sound like a jackass. You said, and I quote, right? This is what he said, and I quote. David called me a racist. This is what Teddy Atlas said. He said it favors the fighter that the promoter wants to win.
What the fuck you gonna do?
Hey Teddy, I don't know if you've been awake or if you've actually seen it. The promoter is Turkey Al-Sheikh, and he's clearly said that he wants Terence Crawford to win, to complete the mission. So if your narrative, if the narrative that you're painting is accurate, how would that favor Nello when the promoter has shown and stated and said a million times that he believes that he wants Bud to win the fight? So in my opinion, it is just me. Canelo should not take the risk of even going 12 rounds. And Canelo has stated that even in the presser. He stated that even in the presser. Your Uncle Turkey, I have to knock you out to win this fight. That's how I feel. So how do you paint that narrative and then turn around and say, well, it's going to favor the fighter the promoter wants? Well, guy, I'm sorry to tell you. The promoter wants Nello to lose. He wants Crawford to win. Are we actually talking about this? Is it serious? Like, come on, man. Like, I'm just tired of. Listen, I respect Crawford as a fighter. I respect Canelo. But Jesus Christ, with these narratives, I think you should be worried about going to this. Bro, if anyone should be worried about going to decision, it should be Nello. The only way Bud wins this fight is by decision. This is the same people that watched Hamza Shari's fight when Turkey came to the ring and said, "You're down 2 rounds." How does he know that? How did he know that? So if anybody should be worried for a decision, wouldn't it be Canelo? Like, how I mean, bro, I'm watching. Shout out to Two-Tone. Two-Tone has put out a hell of a bunch of dope blogs on the internet about this topic. Thank you, my man Ray Jackson. Appreciate that. I mean, how in the world are we saying that Canelo? I mean, that Canelo is being favored, or like, come on, bro. Like, stop it, bro. Timothy Bradley. You're talking about Canelo like if he's just a scrub. Antonio Tarver, the nerve to say that Canelo Bud would have to stop Canelo. We know that's not happening. Why are you painting narratives? Having Andre Ward, probably one of the biggest Canelo haters. One of the biggest Canelo haters. Narrating the fight. I'm listening to this fight on fucking mute. It's just absolutely absurd, the disrespect, in my opinion, being shown to Canelo. And people are already setting themselves up for failure. Like, it's like, come on, bro. How is it the biggest fight in the world for Bud Crawford, but not for Canelo? Canelo wins. Everybody's gonna say, "Well, he's just the bigger guy." You know, it was unfair. It was unfair. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. The majority of American media that I've seen put out blogs have completely disrespected Canelo. Completely. It's an atrocity in my opinion, and it's so crazy that one of, if not a top 10 fighter of our generation, of all time, is being talked as if he's done. Then he's had Sean Porter. Well, Canelo. He looks washed. He hasn't been the same, bro. Did we not watch Bud Crawford fight Madrimov and look like shit? Yeah, he won the fight, but was he dominant against Madrimov? But yet everybody forgot about that. The difference between Canelo and Crawford in his last few fights, people are willing to fight Crawford. Think about this for a second. They're willing to fight Crawford. People are running from Canelo. Madrimov was willing to trade and fight with Bud and was landing successfully. I had him losing, but a lot of people had him fighting a great fight. People are running from Canelo. Edgar Berlanga did not want to fight Canelo. Okay? William Scoe put on his Michael Johnson Nikes from 90 something and was running. So if as washed up as Canelo Alvarez is, why are people running? Why? Come on, man. Like, once you're in the ring with him, it's a different story. And again, I'm not taking nothing away. I think Bud is a very smart individual. But there's a difference in approach of how people approach each fighter. People aren't running from Bud Crawford. People are running from Canelo Alvarez. Like, come on, man. Like, the disrespect being shown to Canelo is crazy. And again, the delusion as well is absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put up a number real quick. If people want to call up, let's have this debate. But stop the disrespect, man. You don't like Canelo for whatever reason, cool. But let's be real about the situation. Like, come on, man. That's the number right there. You guys can call up. Charlo was talking on. Charlo took a body shot, ran 12 rounds. People are acting like, let's say Canelo's 60% of what he was. Let's just say. People are not dominating Canelo. The Bivol fight, Bivol showed a lot of respect to Canelo. He ended up winning the fight. Canelo tired out. He beat him. But if you watch those early rounds, that high guard was up. He was defending himself crazy. Canelo was throwing bombs, and it just wasn't a smart strategy by him. My man maybe says Benavidez ran. That's funny as shit. He didn't take the Benavidez. He doesn't like the guy personally. And the guy's he's a very talented fighter. Probably he's gonna end up fighting at heavyweight soon. Like, I listen, I want to see that fight as much because I'm a Canelo fan. I'd love to see it, but it hasn't happened yet. 470-239-5601. Speak on this subject because I am absolutely tired of this narrative that's being put out there about Canelo Alvarez. Let's let the fight happen. Everything that Nelo's done has been critiqued. The fact that they show disrespect to again, Boots Ennis was absolutely absurd. But yet nobody showed no disrespect to the Mexican or the Latino that was helping out. But that was cool. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Win, lose, or draw. Canelo is going to be an all-time great ever. Period. He's going to be ranked higher. It just there was a female literally debating with me and bring up Madrimov as a great opponent. We're talking about resumes, and I sat there and I was like, I can't believe that you're comparing resumes. You're comparing resumes, and it's no comparison. Literally. Canelo has fought multiple world champions that are going to the Hall of Fame. Bud maybe has fought one. Jay Wilson Iglesias is the IBF mandatory at 168. He could be a problem. I like him better than Morrell. We're gonna see. I mean, guys, listen, man. This is no hate because I really fuck with Bud. I think Bud is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? I feel as if, and again, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel as if getting this big is not a good thing. I just don't think so. Have you seen punchers or guys with speed? When you get to a size like this is not a comfortable size to go 12 rounds. Now, some may say, well, maybe he's not trying to go 12 rounds. He's trying to knock Canelo out. Punchers don't get this big. What punchers do you know were this size that are this brolic? Muscle slows you down in the fight game. He's not going to be wrestling Canelo. Maybe that's why he's doing it. Maybe he's going to try to hold on to Canelo a lot when Canelo gets close. Maybe this is what he's trying to do. But as far as your speed and anything else, getting this jacked up, I believe, isn't a smart play. Jay Wilson, Bud has great accolades, but I've argued he hasn't beaten a legit no-brainer. Oh, absolutely not, Jay Will. Absolutely not. Errol Spence, okay. Gamboa, no. I mean, we keep going down the list. Sean Porter, I mean, he probably hit it. I don't think he's an all-time great. Amir Khan, right? Amir Khan, they both beat him. Knockout, right? Okay. I mean, we can continue with Canelo. We really can't continue with Bud. And again, Bud has beat who's in front of him. Now, that is a great argument. But who is in front of you dictates your greatness as well. This show got me hyped for the fight this weekend. I'm ready for the fight this weekend, man. I'm going to be watching it. Yo, Brad, definitely come over this weekend. We're going to be lit Saturday and Sunday. I was really upset last night. The Giants played like shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Listen, again, shout out to the camps on both ends. But as commentators, stop showing your bias, bro. Just go out there and speak the truth. Stop downplaying one just to bring up another. So, and this is my thing again. I'm gonna leave it at this, right? If Canelo is so washed, then why would this be a major victory for Bud Crawford? I just posed the question. And Billy, yeah, that's gonna go. And Billy needs a shot as well. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I'm excited for this weekend. It's gonna be a big fight. I wanted to go, but at the same time, shout out to my brother Glasses Maloney. Yeah, called me as well. I'm gonna have him on this week. We were talking about the Canelo Crawford, but this whole week's gonna be Canelo and Crawford. But I don't like going to fights, and the reason is it's just too. I just went to the Chris Brown concert, right? And it was at Truist Park, and it reminded me as to why I hate going to fights. People are standing. They're in front of you. They miss you. It's uncomfortable. I like watching the fights in my house. I have a 100-inch TV. It's fine by me. You know what I'm saying? We can watch it and have a great time. I hate watching fights to where I feel as if I can't really enjoy it. I can't go to the bathroom. I don't want to wait in line. I don't want to deal with it. I like watching. I am going to start going to the press conferences then flying back home because I don't care to get tickets for the fight. I just prefer to watch it. People really downplay Canelo's IQ. Oh, that's another thing. And IQ and his skill set. Oh my God, Christine's my homegirl. But Jesus Christ. She said, and I quote, and the knockout percentage? And the knockout percentage? I'm like, are you questioning Canelo's power? He doesn't have that even with Crawford? Because Crawford has a better knockout percentage? Who the fuck did he knock out? Oh, Jesus Christ. It would be Bud's biggest victory. Absolutely, clearly. It's not Canelo's. You know what I mean? But you know, we're gonna be talking all week about this Canelo Crawford fight. I'm looking forward to it. That act like Canelo is a caveman. Oh no, they act like Canelo is not a sharp. I mean, Canelo, he's very smart in all facets of his game. And even outside of boxing, probably the best businessman to ever live in boxing. Now people can say, "Oh, you're crazy, Floyd Mayweather." I don't know about that. Canelo is a businessman, dog, and he seems to be investing his money very, very smartly. There's been a lot of things going on about Floyd. Actually, got to talk about. Do we have to pay to call in? No, you don't have to call Robert. You want to call in? You can definitely call, man. This is for the people. Definitely call in Robert Gallegos. I definitely appreciate the call. Guys, if you guys want to call in, please call in right now. You guys can. We are live talking about Canelo Crawford. Before I switch subjects, you guys call up right now. I'm waiting on y'all. Isn't Don King the best businessman? Many would argue he's probably the best scam artist. He's robbed a lot of fighters. So I guess you could say it. I'm talking about as an individual fighter. I think Canelo, just the things that he's doing in Mexico with all the gas stations and all the businesses he's opening and just the investments. He's been pretty smart. Shout out. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, Brad. Give me a second. I have another caller. Give me 1 second. I'll call you right back, Brad. Let me put this phone through. Yeah, here we go. Give me a second. 404. I'm prepping the call. Don King being the best businessman. I don't know about that one, bro. Hold on. Let me hang up and call 408 back. Brad, give me 1 second. I'm gonna call this caller right back. Sorry about that. I know people want to call in and give their opinion. I will allow them to. Let me just call this individual back. Okay, calling them back as we speak. There we go. From the description, wouldn't it be George Foreman? Business-wise, George Foreman definitely made a lot of money. Hello? 404, you're on the line. I'm 408. I'm sorry, 408, you're on the line. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, good morning. Nobody's calling in. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, man. What's up, brother? Talk to me.
Hey, man, just ready for the Canelo fight, Think like anybody else. You got the Nui fight right afterwards, right? Next day.
Who's fighting the next day?
I think it's Nui. I think he's fighting
Anyway?
on the 14th.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's fighting MJ.
Really? I did not know that. So what's your take on the Canelo Crawford?
I think it's 60-40 Canelo,
Okay.
It could be 50-50, but just Canelo, he got the experience and he got that granite chin, man. It's kind of hard to beat him. The man fought three times.
Yeah.
175 twice. All style. But it's gonna be a good fight, man.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's big. Yeah, everybody's been asking for people signing. No, listen, I'm with you. I think it's gonna be a dope fight, especially early. Listen again, and this is what I believe. I think Canelo will not win a decision. I think Canelo will have to stop him probably by the 7th, 8th round. We're gonna see. I mean, if Canelo's not gonna win a close decision. It's not gonna be a close decision. He's not gonna win a close decision. But
I can see it going close, man. I can see, the Saudis having a big influence on that,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
seeing how the boxing is.
No. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I think I would say this, and I see people. The one argument that I can get with a lot of people is Canelo's wear and tear. He's fought. I mean, he's been a pro since what, like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. But I will say this: Canelo definitely takes care of his body, he invests in his body all the time. He is actually 3 years younger than Crawford, which is ironic that people continue to talk about Canelo wearing down. Yes, he's fought more, but is 38, and he did not look great in his last fight. Like people forgot that.
He's older.
He's older, and I remember watching an interview that he stated, and I quote Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford stated that for him to fight Canelo going up in weight at his age, and he was 36 at the time, wouldn't be smart. So I guess that changed. So it's absolutely kind of crazy. So I don't know, man. To be honest,
I remember both fighters were asked about fighting each other around the same time, like as you mentioned, and none of them wanted to fight each other. They did not want to fight. but I guess money probably just changed their mind, man. I don't know how much Canelo's getting paid, but I think he's getting like 200 million. I'm not sure if that's true.
Oh, he's getting paid. Canelo's definitely the A side, but
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna find. I love this comment. I think Bud will stop Canelo. The speed will be the difference for Bud. I don't think Bud is a lightning quick fighter. Like Bud has good speed. He doesn't have great speed like that. Like he's not as fast as Amir Khan or a Floyd Mayweather. I mean, people are just making up attributes at this point. I mean, Bud is not the fastest fighter. If you were to fight in the biggest,
he's not going to be fast at 168 either.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see how fast he is with all that muscle weight holding him down, especially after a couple rounds. So I definitely want to see that. But again, I feel like I'm layering the excuses from the naysayers when I think Canelo stops him. That's what I believe. But
I mean, there's excuses on both sides. That's what I see. I'm pretty neutral. I'm pretty fair, man. When it comes to sports. But I mean, Canelo, he just got that experience, and he just faced all styles.
Yeah, he has.
It's gonna be hard for Crawford to beat. It'll be cool to see him. I think Crawford is underdog, but I don't know.
I think that the odds have Canelo as the winner, but I think the people have chosen their favorite, and I think the people of America have chosen Crawford. But I'm gonna let you go because your phone's kind of breaking up. But I appreciate the call, my brother.
Oh, man. My bad. I'm going to the mountains, y'all. See you later.
All right, my brother. Thank you. Jay Will poses a good question. If you were a fighter in the biggest fight of your life, would you rather have trading you Eddie Reynoso or Bomac? That's a good question. Bomac is a hell of a trainer. Reynoso is a hell of a trainer. Both skill sets both have great skill sets. I think the biggest difference is Reynoso has been in the bigger fights. The fighter has been in bigger fights. So if I had to, man, it's tough. If I had to choose, it would be close, but I would probably have to go with the individual that's been around the biggest fights, to be honest. And that would probably be Reynoso. My man Low Nose Boxing in the building. What is good, Low?
I can't wait, man. Saturday night, we got a great fight.
Yep.
We got a legendary fight. We got a legendary defining fight. We got a fight that can go down as the greatest win for either fighter, which is a 50-50 fight, or 60-40, or 55-45. Thank you very much, Terrence Bud Crawford fan, for diminishing his win already.
What do you mean?
If he beats Canelo Alvarez, this is not bigger than Leonard beating Marvin Hagler, because people were scared for Ray Leonard's life. People were not scared for Bud Crawford's life. But most of the YouTubers are picking Crawford to win. So are the experts. So we got to keep the same energy, North. When Canelo knocks him out, let's give him all the credit in the world. We're not going to say he was supposed to do it.
They're downplaying Canelo. Like, I mean, they're not. You know what the difference is? Leonard and Hagler were both Americans. Okay, a lot of people want to see Bud win, and they're diminishing what Canelo has done. Did you watch that thing with Teddy Atlas downplaying Canelo? Like, I'm like, yo, Teddy, like, I respect what you've done as a.
He don't like Canelo.
I know he's a fucking hater. Like, I was like, come on, bro. Like, how is it the biggest win in life for Bud? But yet, if Canelo wins, oh no, he's supposed to win. I just don't understand that. And you're right, Lo.
I agree with you.
It's absolute bullshit. Yeah.
Being that Canelo is being, I'm looking at Canelo as the underdog.
Yeah, me too.
Because the fans made it that way. So when Canelo beats Bud Crawford, if he wins, because it's 50-50,
yeah,
this is bigger. And this is not even me being sarcastic. This is bigger than him beating GGG. Because if GGG and Bud Crawford were both had to face the Hall of Fame tomorrow and one had to go in, Bud Crawford's getting in because Bud Crawford has a much better career than Triple G. As much as they give Bud Crawford criticism for his resume, Bud Crawford has a better resume than Triple G. He has more accolades than Triple G. Bud Crawford has been the most consistent performer since 2015 when he beat Gamboa. He only had one hiccup, and that was the Madrimov fight. So Canelo Alvarez beating Bud Crawford would be his biggest win of his career.
Wow.
And this is not Bud Crawford fighting Roy Jones Jr. in his prime because he wouldn't have a chance. Canelo Alvarez is flat-footed. They want to call him limited, which we know he's not.
Yeah.
So let's keep that energy then. Keep that energy.
I'll tell you this: when people talk about Canelo, especially the Timothy Bradleys and Antonio Tarvers and Andre Wards, you would think that Canelo is not a great fighter. I'd be like, damn, like really?
Yeah,
like,
they talking like he's just big. They talking like he's just big. That's what he got.
And it's crazy because Crawford's bigger. It just people tend to forget that Canelo is fighting bigger guys to kind of have better competition in a sense, right? He's fighting up his division, and people are petrified of him. It kind of tells you something of his skill set, not, you know what I'm saying, and his power. Like, Canelo is not just a regular fighter; he just isn't.
And then they downplay his power. They're like, oh well, he hasn't knocked nobody out in a while, whatever. And my answer to that is this: for one, he's knocking everybody down, and two, yeah, he's not knocking people out, but people forget. When you're fighting against a guy that's summing up in weight, your power is going to affect him a lot differently opposed to the bigger guys.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's still a great fight. The real talk, Bud Crawford is still the most dominant fighter of this generation. And I do believe that it's going to be a very competitive fight. But I'm also picking Canelo to win the fight. I think Canelo somewhere along the lines to break him down. Bud Crawford, to me, is not Floyd Mayweather.
No.
Floyd Mayweather has the best defense I've ever seen in boxing.
Yeah.
He was able to nullify Canelo, and he still would do it, you know, as far as like even with Canelo now. But Crawford is not Floyd, bro. We've seen Bud Crawford get clipped numerous times.
Yep.
Clean. You know, he's a great fighter. He got great skills, but he's not defensively responsible. Me and Hamza had a conversation about that, and he pointed out a lot of Bud Crawford's defensive flaws as far as how he's not defensively responsible. He keeps his head on the line. And I'm telling you, Canelo's going to win. And we, as boxing fans that are not being idiots, we're going to give Canelo all the credit in the world. We're not going to say he's supposed to, but no. He beat somebody, and people were downplaying Canelo Alvarez. So we're going to give him that same respect.
What do you think about all the weight that he put on, and muscle-wise? I'm not a fan of it. I've never, like, I feel like people are when he posted that picture, people are going crazy. And I'm like, bro, building that, and I've talked to numerous fighters behind the scenes, building that type of muscle is not really beneficial for fighters' speed or power. Like, people think they equate muscle with power. It doesn't work that. If you look at some of the best athletes in the world, they're not jacked like that because you need flexibility. There's a lot of things that you need in order to be a great fighter. And when I seen the size Bud is, I wasn't very confident for Bud. I was like, I mean, it made me feel better for Canelo. Canelo isn't gonna look that big when he fights, but Bud's gonna look bigger. But there's a reason for that as well. What do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know what kind of training he's done. I don't know, maybe he got somebody to train him how to fight with that exercise. Back in the days we had guys like Mickey, I forgot his name, he was a personal trainer. It helped out a lot of guys specifically when they were losing weight, gaining weight, so they could keep their speed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't talk on that. I'm not an expert into that. I can tell you about the boxing aspect of it. I think, like I said before, this is a great fight. Bud Crawford wins. I'll have to place him like around the top 15, maybe top 10.
Wow.
And near the bottom of the top 10. Canelo wins.
Wow.
Top 10. I mean, absolutely. I mean, top 10. I'm not gonna crack the top 5. I'm talking about the top 10 based on what I know. I'm not one of them guys that's gonna see and say, "Oh, what about Sean Fitzpatrick and Sean Fitzgerald from 1910?" And I'm not going by that. I'm going by what I know. The only old school guys on my list that I have from that generation: Ray Robinson, Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, and Joe Louis. I can't sit here and tell you about Jack Johnson and what he's done, so I'm not gonna go there. But on my list right now, I got in order. I got Ray Robinson. I got Floyd Mayweather. Got Ali at number 3. I got Ray Leonard at 4. I got Durant at 5. I got Pacquiao at 6. Henry Armstrong at 7. I got Roy Jones at 8. I got Joe Louis at 9. I got Canelo at 10. Bud Crawford wins this fight. Either Joe Louis or Canelo Whitaker might have to come off their list.
Wow. Oh no, it's gonna be a great fight this weekend. I'm definitely looking forward to it. This makes me laugh. This Melvin Harris comment. He says, "Dude, Clenbuterol, Canelo probably microdosing as we speak." It's interesting how you say Canelo. Right? Yes, he is pop 30. I think in 2017, whatever happened. But guys, let's not forget who's in the corner of Bud Crawford. I just want to put that out there.
Bud Crawford,
like, relax.
and man, I gotta say it again, bro. Bud Crawford could do anything. And then another Bud Crawford. Look how Bud Crawford just drank that drink, did everything. He got a lot of. I know this is fanboy to be very annoying. Yeah. One of my best friends is a huge Bud Crawford fanboy, and had to roast him the other day. We had a conversation over the phone, and he said, "You know what? This could be a good live." We got on my live real quick, and I was explaining to him. He kept telling me that Bud Crawford being Canelo put him above Floyd, and had to wake him up to that. You know what I'm saying? And,
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Like Bud Crawford, he's a great fighter. So sometimes the fan base makes you want to root against the person. Yeah. Sometimes, silence them. And either way, I'm looking forward to the fight. What I will say about this fight, though, it doesn't feel like big fight weekend. Like the build-up is not there. This doesn't feel like when HBO was having pay-per-view events. It's the fight week.
Well,
HBO 24/7.
I feel like as well. Like you put it around opening weekend in the NFL. The NFL is the biggest sport in America. Football is the biggest sport. So to put it September 13th, it is rather risky. But you're right. I feel like
a lot of people September 13th was number. Come on, what are you talking about?
Who?
Always been that way. It was September 13th. This is the Mexican holiday. Floyd used to fight in these days. Canelo always fought in these days.
Floyd's biggest fights from what I recall were always in the Cinco de Mayo, on May 5th, May 6th.
That was also hijacked sometimes, And I was doing September for the longest, but we told him
But it's also, you got to remember too, boxing had more momentum as well. Fighters were fighting big fights. Canelo is probably one of the only fighters still fighting the big fights. Like these guys aren't fighting each other, so all of that rolled into one kind of turns people away from boxing.
I still blame the promotion. See, Turkey, shout out to Turkey for putting these fights together, but he still needs to learn about promotion. Like he's putting money into making these high visual, theatrical type trailers for the fight, rather than doing real high quality 24/7 content. And that's not just Turkey. Like nobody's been able to duplicate HBO 24/7. Like, we've had All Access. Not the same. We had all these little things in between. It's not the same. From the music, the narrative, it makes you feel the drama. It makes you want. It's crazy because this is a program that is years old. It's time supposed to get better. It is not. Yeah. Even the commentary, everything, man. Like the hype ain't there, but as fans, at least we know the fight's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? You're right. I mean, HBO is definitely missed, but I'm hearing rumors that HBO is trying to. Or Max is trying to get back into boxing, so let's see. We're going to find out soon. But you're breaking up a little bit. I'm going to let you go, my brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm outside walking to the gym right now. I'll see you later.
Yep, you already. It goes down this week, and a lot of people have been super hype about this. Well, I've been hyped about this fight. So, my man Troll says it's almost time. The man fans starting to talk about who's judges and their back pocket now. Keep the hype going, y'all. Yeah, I didn't really like that blog with Teddy Atlas. Like Teddy Atlas, I respect him as a trainer, but he is so biased when it comes to certain things, and it's just fucking annoying, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, let these fighters fight. Let them set the tempo to what it is. But all week we'll be talking definitely Canelo. I didn't even know anyway was fighting on Sunday, which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. Also hit the news. Check this out. This is kind of crazy. Floyd Mayweather is caught in another scandal. I don't know how true this is. Recently, we've seen where Floyd had said he had purchased a bunch of what's it called? Oh shit. Where the fuck is this thing? He purchased a bunch of property in New York, and it came out that it wasn't true. So I don't know what's going on, but This is reported by Menace Boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been caught in an alleged cash-for-cash scandal after reportedly selling FaceTime meetings with his pal, Tesla boss Elon Musk. Court papers filed in Miami claim Mayweather, one of the all-time greatest pound-for-pound fighters in boxing history, boasted of his connection to the world's richest man and offered to set up online audiences with him for $4 million. Apparently, this is what's going on. Maybe that's why Floyd is fighting Mike Tyson. Is Floyd, is he good? I don't know, man. He's been taking a lot of these, doing a lot of weird stuff. But again, in this world, and when you put out a certain image, you have to continue to make this type of money in order to maintain that lifestyle. So is Floyd going through it? But this has just been reported. I don't know what's going on. My man Brad said Floyd is broke. I don't know. I'll tell you this. The one thing he has going for himself is he is Floyd Mayweather. And the access, I brought this up because it's just news as reported. And the fact that he's fighting Mike Tyson for, I don't know, a disclosed amount of money. Are you retired or you're not? I don't know. But he is grabbing these bags, and it looks as if something's going on. There's been odd behavior. 50 Cent has put stuff out about the situation as well as other people. You know, they had the big scam with the buildings in New York, buying $400 million or something like that of property, allegedly, and allegedly that was not true. So what is going on with Floyd Mayweather? Is this another story of somebody that's just living with outside of his means, or trying to maintain an image that is not attainable? I can tell a bro. Jesus Christ, Brad Arthur is going in right now. Jesus, Brad. But that's being reported about my man Floyd Mayweather, who is clearly one of my favorite fighters of all time. Oh, nice. All right. Shout out to my guy, Brad. I've had a long weekend, man. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm going to be barbecuing. You know what I mean? As y'all know, I'm a big fight fan. I'm a very big Canelo fan. But again, I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm looking forward to this weekend. You know what I mean? You know, it's Canelo. It's Canelo. Anytime Canelo fights, I'm ready for it. I'm with it. This fight came with a lot of, a lot of shit, right? And it's definitely come with a lot of shit. I do want to play something before I get out of here. Again, remember, guys, I'm gonna be on every day this week at 9 a.m. All right, so make sure you guys are tuned in. We are going to be talking shit. We're going to be talking all about what's going on in boxing. Let me see if this is, here it is. I want to play this because I think this is one of my favorite clips I've seen this week on Instagram, and it's Roy Jones being handed the medal, his gold medal that he lost in the Olympics. Before I get out of here.
What's up, brother?
Oh,
how you doing?
hello.
So good to see you again. What's up, brother? How you feeling? You good? Wow.
나 36년 동안 당신을 링 위에서 기다렸어.
My brother said he's wait 36 years.
Wow. So good to see you, my brother. Wow.
Wants to get in the ring.
My brother.
He got something for you.
이거는 저 88년 서울 올림픽 금메달입니다. 88년도 서울에서 내 홈에서 이 금메달을 가져갔습니다. 근데 지금은 내가 잘못된 걸 알고 지금 로이 존스 주니어의 홈에서 내가 이 메달을
He won the gold at the time. He had the gold, but he wants to give back to you. That it belongs to you.
Wow. That is crazy.
Under a minute left. Second round, and Jones caught Park with a counter. And another left hook, although the crowd reacted to the right by Park that grazed Jones. And yes, a standing eight. We're live from Seoul, Korea. We'll stay here between rounds as you can count down round number 2. Again, Jones staggering Park.
Leave your calling card and take off right there.
Ooh, that was an emphatic calling card. He had Park staggered.
I don't know what they're waiting for. That's not a standing eight. I don't know what is.
But not much there for Park Si-han.
Oh, That hook was so hard, Leone just about took a full step in to stop it.
Roy Jones building up a tremendous lead and should be 15 seconds away from the goal. It is all over. Roy Jones and Park Si-han will be back with the decision.
If he doesn't win the goal off this, then I think there's something rotten in Korea, because that is absolutely one of the most dominant things I've seen.
In the blue corner.
There it is. Park Si-han has stolen the belt.
I don't know if our boxers will ever.
I played it. It was really heartwarming to see the individual that he fought in the Olympics in 1988. I was a kid. I definitely didn't watch it, and I just heard rumors about it for years. And to see Roy get the medal and given to him from the person that defeated him, I thought is one of the greatest moments I've actually seen in sports, particularly boxing, which is a very selfish sport. So definitely. It was definitely a dope gesture. Shout out to him. Shout out to Roy Jones, who's my top 5 fighters of all time. I love Roy, one of my favorite guys. It couldn't have happened to a better individual, a more deserving individual. Roy was electric. Roy was just everything. So I love the fact that this came out. I've seen people clowning like you give him a fake gold medal. But for him to fly out and give it to him, it showed a lot how it meant a lot to Roy. And it meant a lot to me to see that, man, for greatness to be recognized. People said, Jay Will says, Prime Roy was tough to beat. Absolutely. Roy Jones, to me, was the most skilled offensive fighter that I ever witnessed. Like, I don't even think it's even close. Roy was absolutely... mind-boggling speed, power, precision. I mean, he was beating grown men like almost as if they shouldn't even been in the ring with him. Like he was just that great. And I think people tend to knock Roy because he ended up taking losses towards the end of his career where he lost his speed. Ironically, similar to Bud, where he went up in weight and then came back down, and just at the similar age, which is kind of ironic as well. It kind of just slowed him down. Like your body, your age is undefeated, and you can't put your body to certain things. And Roy ended up getting caught out there, eventually losing to Antonio Tarver, and then a plethora of individuals that we probably don't even know. But the Roy I remember in his prime probably is the greatest fighter that I've ever seen. The skills that he possessed was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, my man Jay Will says, James Toney going into a Roy Jones fight in 94 was undefeated, beating Nunn, McCullum, and Iran Barkley, and was ranked pound for pound number 3 only behind Sweet Pete and Chavez. Absolutely. And he went out there and did what he did. I mean, bro, Roy Jones, man, special. Super special, man. And I'm glad that he got his Olympic medal. I feel like a lot of people tend to downplay him. When we talk about greatest fighters of all time, a lot of people tend to leave Roy out there. And I'm just like, bro, I mean, people are going to lose. The greats lose. You know what I'm saying? And, I know people put an emphasis on 50-0 and, Floyd. I think Floyd's one of the top 10 fighters of all time for me. But skill-wise, nobody put their hands together in the history of boxing, from what I've seen, like Roy Jones Jr. And again, shout out to Roy, the most, I mean, I don't know what to say, the most dynamic fighter that I've ever seen, and it couldn't have happened to a better person. Shout out to him. And, look at the hate. My man says, how does it feel? But shout out to Roy Jones. I would love to get Roy on the show. Big fan of Roy Jones. On that note, tomorrow morning I will be back on 9 a.m. Guys, mark the time. Get on there, share, like, hit the notification button. We on. We motivated. We're gonna get it. And shout out to my team member. Shout out to Jamel. He's in camp right now. He'll be back next month. My man, Positive Vibes. Of course, he's insane. He also thought Berlanga was going to beat Canelo, but you know that he's an Arab Rican, I think, and whatever. But tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Make sure you guys are tuned in. Be by the phones, and we're gonna get it rocking. 9 a.m. I'm in the building. It's your boy Norms, and we are out.